All right, moment of truth. Who is online? Who is online? Come in. Moment of truth. Time to answer that question. Those questions you'll be asking. All right, so we are talking Australia and New Zealand migration. Please like the video as you come in. Mm, 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 mm. All right, coming. Moment of truth. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. All right. So first thing I want to talk about, um, welcome to live chats. Remember to get, yeah, I remember. Okay. So first thing is about New Zealand visitor visa. I've received quite some emails, quite a number of emails, like people asking questions about New Zealand. Thank you. Coming. How are you, crypto miner? And thank you for liking the video. Thank you. All right, and I noticed that quite a number of people are in New Zealand with visitor visa currently, or maybe they have New Zealand visitor visa and they are hoping to go to New Zealand. Someone specifically made a comment on my Facebook page and said, you need to tell me this because I don't want to come back. I have a New Zealand visitor visa and I'm planning to go. I think this person is a Ghanaian, or I don't know which African country is that again. And he said, please answer my question because I don't intend to come back. I said, what the heck? How can you write such a thing on a Facebook post where everyone is reading? I don't know. I think I deleted that question because it's a killer. That question is a killer because it can haunt you, know. You can ask a coded question on a Facebook or social media, but saying that please answer. I don't intend to come back if I go there with my visitor visa. No. All right. The thing is this. New Zealand visitor visa, people are getting it. I've made a comprehensive video here on how to apply for it. And you don't need an invitation. You can go for a tour. You can go for a holiday. You just need to make your research. Probably find a tour company or a travel agency or something. Book a tour or go for a conference. Go for anything. Give them your itinerary, okay? Provide your itinerary. You can book, do a reservation for hotels and stuff and flight and stuff, which you don't have to pay immediately, okay? Ask people how they do it. I think all these travel agencies and stuff, they know all these things, okay? Give them itinerary, give them plans on what you intend to do in New Zealand, and make sure you have enough money to support yourself. Hey, Mzube, how are you? My Oka people, how are you? Yeah, hi. Peace, love. Hi, Nzube. Hi, Crypto. Mine. Yeah, it's Sunday. So, New Zealand visitor visa, people are getting it. And people are getting it not just to go and come back. People are getting it because they have intention to stay back. The thing is this. I made a video again and to explain to you the only job you can do with New Zealand visitor visa, and that is called accredited seasonal work employment. Seasonal work employment, people that work in the farm, maybe as, I don't know, those jobs that are seasonal, they come and go, okay? Accredited employers. I shared it on that video. If you find it under my New Zealand playlist, you will find it there, okay? So I drop a link for all those employers. The thing is that some people from outside of New Zealand went and started contacting these people, but they cannot give you job because you are not in New Zealand with a visitor visa or student visa, okay? So they don't have the authority to employ people from outside, but they have the authority to give people that are inside with visitor visa job, okay? The only job you can do is just that seasonal job, and it's for 6 years. Sorry, 6 months. Gosh, 6 months, and it's not renewable while you are inside. Okay, so when you are inside, do whatever you want to do within that period. They've extended for 6 months for you to do that job. If you want to do studies, you can negotiate and see if you can go. You're going into study. If you find another job or find another employer that want to employ you, and you know how they employ you and they give you a fresh visa. Does it make sense? But that seasonal job, you cannot renew it. I don't know whether that makes sense. Okay. Hi, Ackerman. Yeah, how are you? Hi, Styland. Okay. So you cannot renew seasonal employment, but you can sort yourself out in a different way. Okay. So it's left for you in a country. Probably they gave you 6 months visitor visa, and you have the opportunity to have another 6 months to do this job. So you've had like 1 year or maybe 3 months visitor visa and 6 months um, job, seasonal job. You have time to sort yourself out to find anything available. If not, then you're going home. That's the thing. You're going home after everything if you cannot sort yourself out. Don't stay in that country illegally. Those are not one of those countries that you can stay and palm and hide. It's similar to Australia setting where you cannot hide. You literally cannot do anything. Nobody will do anything with you. You are useless there. So what is the need? No one will employ you. Maximum duration of visitor visa is 6 months maximum. Okay. But someone inside can extend depending on. Okay. So it's 6 months. All right. But however, depending on your passport, you can get 12 months. Some people can get 12 months. Yeah. I am fine, MD. How are you? Okay. So I think that has answered your question. And probably you might have made enough money to pay your initial school fees to start studies or do vocational studies over there or something. So when you are in a country, it's different from when you are not in a country. Now, New Zealand visitor visa is contrary to Australia visitor visa. Australia visitor visa is no for job. Okay, so New Zealand has the opportunity to allow you to work for maximum of 6 months if you are able to get that job. Remember, you still need to go find that job. It's not like the job is waiting for you. The seasonal employers are waiting for you. So my advice is that you don't find this seasonal job in the city because city will be competitive. You need to go to somehow remote area where people are not rushing to. So there will be availability for you to work there. Now, let's back to Australia. Okay. Australia immigration year is starting again next month, July. And there will be new allocations for all these 8 states and territories. So what are you doing? What are you preparing? What is your plan? How are you planning to cash out in this new year? Australia financial year, migration year starting in July. Okay. What I want to tell you is why some of you are still thinking how. Some people are low-key processing their Australia visa. Okay. If who wants to send me a message? Okay. If you are qualified for a visa, go for it. Okay. So when someone is doing a visa, going for migration process or for any country, okay, you just need to have an open mind, 50-50. Okay. So you cannot say because no one is sure of a visa. No one. Remember when you guys told me to go find agents that will help you with work visas? What the agent says is that people outside of Australia, especially from Africa, they think that agent has the power to give you visa. And when they don't get that visa for you, you tend to go online and tarnish their image that they are scam. Okay. No one has 100% guarantee of a visa. All you need to do is to do everything you're supposed to do and leave it in the hands of God and in the hands of immigration officer that is handling your file. Okay. As long as you've done everything right, it's not, there is no visa that is guaranteed. Okay. So even when agent is doing it, agents in Australia, it doesn't really have any special power to, yeah. So the thing is this, you need to have an open mind. You go for these visas if you want them. Okay, but being positive that it will come out positive. However, if it doesn't, that's it. Okay, yeah, but you have tried. Then you haven't tried waiting. Now, when it comes to skill assessment, this is something you can do on your own. It's in black and white. Okay, you need extra guide, you can come for consultation, or you watch my video on skill assessment. It's self-explanatory. You go for it. I'll be releasing a new video on probably before the end of this week on how to use skill occupation list to solve at least 4 migration problem. 4 that you need agent for, but is there looking at you that you need to sort it out. So I'm going to make a video on that because it's going to guide a lot of people. Okay, yeah, things you don't know, because some of you will just go click, see your occupation, and you run away, and that's it. Oh, I found my occupation, that's it. No, it can solve 4 problems for you. All right, but that's a part because it has a different video for that. Ask your question. Okay, tell me. Hello, how are you? Oh, I'm very fine, thank you, MD. How are you? I'm fine. It's really late, but because of this, my last life was, and I haven't posted any video. My last life was, I think, on Sunday or Monday. I can't remember, but quite sometimes, and that's why I said let me do this before I go to bed. Okay, and there have been piles of DM messages and stuff. All right, so another thing is that you cannot just at this age now ask me how do I migrate to Australia. You should be asking a specific question, like talking about a particular visa. You've known the work visa, which is 482, which they are using to scam people. You know that no one has monopoly of job. By now, if you're following me, you know that Australia sponsorship job cannot be sold. It can never be sold. Never. This country tight die. Like, it tight die. Anybody that lives in Australia will tell you that the immigration process is tight. There is no loopholes. No one can sell employment here because it has to go through the process of advertising, making sure there is no local that has it, making sure you're qualified to employ from outside. You will give a proof. So that means that if you're going to get a work visa, a sponsorship visa from Australia, it's going to be legit. Like, you go through the right channel, you apply for a job, you get that job. Your employer will sponsor you. There's nothing like paying the agent. It will not happen. Okay, remember those 19 people that said they paid someone that said he has, the Australian government gave him a contract to employ people, agricultural people from, I say, show in this country. Yes, ma'am. Yes, he said it. I said, Ministry of Interior gave a Nigerian contract to employ people. I said, I say, go get your money back. They say, no, ma'am. What happened? They're all duped. I'm telling you again, there is no one that has the power to sell sponsorship in Australia. Now, over to New Zealand. I want to say something about New Zealand. New Zealand's visa is happening. Don't take things for granted. If you want to go for New Zealand visa, go do your, it's not skill assessment, it's called for verification. I made a video here on how to do verification. Go and verify your document, qualification, okay? Verify it and shoot for job. I made a video here on how to find a job on New Zealand market, labor market. What are you waiting for? The thing is that, let me tell you, so many people that come to Australia, they came to New Zealand. You might go to New Zealand, you love it that you don't even want to leave. However, if you still want to leave, you get your citizenship, you book a flight, you come to Australia, you become a permanent resident. Like, if you're a New Zealand citizen, you book a flight, you come to Australia, you become a permanent resident. If you want to be a citizen, then you can apply later to be a citizen. But you come as a permanent resident. Like, permanent resident and citizen are almost the same thing, only that you don't have right to vote. Okay, so far back when people don't even know this trick, a lot of people were using it to come to Australia. Far back. So now I am here telling you guys this secret, and this is out there. Okay, if you have opportunity to go to New Zealand, please run and go. Okay, for study as well. Australia is talking about this bullshit about 35 years post graduate qualification, postgraduate work visa and stuff. New Zealand max age for work is 55. It's 55, for Australia is 45. So if you're older person, New Zealand will be your target. The thing is that even if you're 100 years and you are a New Zealand citizen, you're 100 years plus, you turn 100 years, you can still come to Australia and become a permanent resident. That's the thing. No one cares about your age anymore. Does it really make sense? Yeah, I think that makes sense. Okay. Please bring your questions. I think this is hiding your questions. All right. So as we keep saying, skill assessment, will be your number one goal, to save your money for that. Save your money for that. The thing is that about migration is that, thank you for liking my video. Please like my video as you come. I forget to say this every time. Please like my video. I beg you, like my video. The thing about migration is this. It's not something you want to do now. It's something you plan. Okay? Gather your information. Work towards it. Plan. Keep going. Okay? People you see migrate today didn't just start today. It's from the information they have gathered. If you say people are still coming to Australia from Africa, from Asia. When I talk about Africa, I talk about Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya. Where are they? Right from there. When I talk, I'm telling you the things that are happening. Some people will open their mouth and say that Australia visas is not okay. Who is covering all the quotas, all the allocations? Who are those people? Ghosts. They are human beings. So it's happening. It's happening. I'm sure right now you would have known few people that have migrated to Australia. Now let's talk about the study. There is a high rate of visa refusal for study now. Okay, very high rate, because they are using this thing of due to economic instability in your country of citizenship. For example, someone that is given as an excuse, you're from Nigeria, you don't have power over your economic instability. It's not your own making. Your yeye government is there, and they're not going to change anything tomorrow. Okay, so when you have this type of excuse, you can't remedy it. You can't remedy it. The only thing you have to remedy is to have enough home ties to show them that even though that my country is this, I'm still going to come back because I have so things. Do you understand? I have businesses running. I have my job. I have you get proofs. Okay, you give proofs of all these things. Okay, to show that the one you can remedy them. The one you cannot remedy, is not your fault that your country has economic instability or political instability. It is not you. Do the one you can, which is having enough home tie to make them believe that you will still come back. Okay, yeah, so that's it. A lot of people are getting that, and they're asking me a question about that. I think that's only what you concentrate on, building enough home ties before you apply again. That will cover you, and maybe they change their mind. Don't just rush back and apply. Make sure you build enough home ties for you to shoot again. All right? Okay, now let's talk about New Zealand study visa, which you can go online and find a school. I've made videos about scholarship in New Zealand, which means I have shared all the universities in New Zealand in that video too, because there were about 7 scholarships or so, okay, from different schools, which means you can go online, literally find these schools and apply, okay, and hear from them. If they want you to use an agent, they will link you to an agent from their website. Please like my video as you come, okay? So New Zealand study visa, which I have seen a lot of people got the admission and apply for their visas on their own. It depends on you. Okay, let's talk about getting a job in Australia. Getting a job in Australia is not easy, but it is happening. I'm not going to say to you that once you do it, you get. It is a process. It's something you have to have passion. You need to build your CV. You need to keep looking for the job. Please look for the job you are qualified, because there are some visas, some CVs, the HR will look at, they'll just look at the CV. They're like, why are you looking for this job? Like, you're not qualified. But you go out telling people that you have applied for 1 million jobs in Australia and you didn't get it. When someone asks you, what do you apply for? For example, you're applying for a job that has a professional registration. You have not registered and you're applying for it. So what do you want the employer to do to you? Okay. So all these things, I think my question, this thing has ceased. Oh, okay. All right. All right. I think someone is calling me. Let me quickly respond. Gosh. All right, all right, all right. I am live. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's continue. So as I was saying, it is happening. It is how you want it. If you made up your mind to go for visa 491, it is you. If you want to go for 190, but I say people that are young, please don't rush to go for permanent resident because it is hot now. Go for 491. After 3 years, you will upgrade. After 3 years, you have the visa, you upgrade to your permanent resident. If you're still young, that is, you're in your 30s. Okay. Then, if you're already 40, I said you don't have enough time because the time you will get the visa and come to Australia, you're already 45. So I would say maybe shoot for permanent resident if you have enough points. Okay. Now let's talk about the English requirement. Australian migration is not easy. I'm done telling. I can't. Okay. It's not. But people are doing it. So why can't you try it? Why can't you do it? People are doing it and people are succeeding. So why can't you? You must not use an agent. You can just go through the process. Before, in the past, people will tell you that they know nothing about Australian migration. Where do they even start? No, this time around, even my channel alone is like a college for you. You will learn a lot there. And I've seen a lot of people that have gone through it. Maximum duration of visit office, I've said that is 6 months, but some people can get 12 months anyways, depending on your country of passport. Okay. MD, what is it? Why are you asking me so many personal questions? I'm a Nigerian Australian. Okay. Yeah. Maybe you are new here. Yeah, that's me. Respect their laws and land. Don't behave like animals in foreign country. Oh, cowboy. That's huge. He said, respect their law and land. Don't behave like animals in foreign country. Yeah, no, people, when they behave like animals in foreign country, they might be deported. That's the thing. People know these things. I think they know. Even with your permanent resident, they strip you of your PR. I've seen people strip off PR, a lot of people, because of behaving like they say like animals. Oh, that's big. That's big word though. Anyways, thank you for that. Thank you for reminding people that. But the thing is, I need your question. I think something is seizing the questions. I can't see them. Something is seizing it, but it's fine. I'll keep going and telling this, and because I'm going off, I don't want this to get to 30 minutes so that people that watch it will not take too long for them to watch it. All right. So what we are talking is this. Australia visitor visa, you cannot work. New Zealand visitor visa, you can work, but it's maximum of 6 months. And that work is not renewable unless you sort yourself out via other means, maybe finding a normal employer, a sponsor, or going into study and getting a study visa, which is okay. But that seasonal employment cannot be renewed after 6 months. Does that make sense? Yes, that makes sense, I think. Yeah, you're welcome. Peace, love. You are very much welcome. And the life is about to end. However, you can go through the video again. Okay. So you see the difference between the two. Don't confuse them. Australia visitor visa is no for work. However, I keep telling people, like some people in UK said, if you have the opportunity, since you are still considering whether to come or not, why can't you come as a visitor first? Come as a visitor. See how Australia is. Then see if you can meet some employers that can give you sponsorship. Then you go back if you can afford it. Okay? You meet with them face to face. The same thing goes to anybody that had the opportunity to come here as a visitor. You're not going to work. You can volunteer. You can find an employer and volunteer and be this goody person that you can ask them for sponsorship when you go back. It depends. It may not work for everyone. So this is just a suggestion. Okay? So once you come into a country, you have better opportunity than someone that has never stepped in before. That's my view anyways. However, that's for people that have opportunity to have a visitor visa that are confused whether to come or not. Use it. because in future when you apply again, they're like, the one they gave you didn't even use it. So what do you want again now? Okay. So use it. If you're not sure you're not going to use it, don't apply. Simple. Okay. And for work visa, you just need to make sure you are qualified for the job you're looking for. The jobs are online, Seek, Indeed, and so on. LinkedIn, Google. You just go to Google and search. That's the thing. Google will link you to all the websites. Google is one-stop shop. It will link you to all the websites you need to find a job. And make sure you're searching for visa sponsorship job in your occupation. If your occupation needs registration, please make sure you register, like teachers, nurses, physiotherapists, and so on, doctors. Okay, make sure you register, like lawyers as well. Okay, then New Zealand, go and do your credential assessment, or what do you call it? What do they call? Evaluation, credential evaluation. Look for jobs in those websites. New Zealand has a lot of job in their green list, a lot of job. Some of the job will give you permanent residence straight. Some of the job will give you 2 years temporary resident to permanent resident. That is how good New Zealand is. Okay, but you need to find a job to get those visa for New Zealand, and people are getting it. If you want to study in New Zealand, it's a beautiful country. You can go ahead and study. You will settle after study, especially if you are doing your degree and post-degree qualification. Okay. All right, I think we are coming to the end of this section now. Since there is no more question, I think I have covered what I wanted to cover. And I can go now. Please like my video. Like my video. And probably one day I will see you somewhere. Nzibe, maybe one day I'm gonna see you. Nzibe, how come I didn't see you last time I came to Nigeria? It was this December. Where were you? Where were you, Nzibe? You were hiding. All right, guys, keep your hope alive. Keep it alive. Don't give up. Keep pushing. One day it's gonna click. Australia is a beautiful country. New Zealand is a beautiful country. Australia job market is still wide open for people that if you come to Australia, I said the other day I made a post I was telling, is your body. If you want to do 5 jobs, it's you. You will find a job. It's your body. As long as you want to work, you can work. People like us, we are. Yeah. So, initially, in a new migrant, you just work. But at some point, your body will tell you to chill. Okay? But there are jobs. Plenty jobs. Like plenty jobs for you to do. Okay? All right. And the weather is beautiful. We are in winter now, but the winter is not wintering like Canada and UK winter. That's the thing. Okay? But everything is good. All right, keep your hope alive, keep pushing, and I will say goodbye now. Thank you. Bye. Yes, you're welcome. Peace. Oh.